Welcome back to Bagels and Adobo. If it is your first time in our channel, please subscribe.
Alright, today's episode we are doing a getting to know you episode so you can get to know us a little bit better. So we will tell you a few facts about us and our relationship.
Check this out. And now we're going to share 5 things to know about us. First thing is, where are we from and why are we here?
I am from a small Midwestern town back in the mainland United States, and I came out here to be a teacher. I was a teacher there too, but who doesn't want to teach on a tropical island, right?
Yeah, because it's beautiful.
You're right.
Okay, so I'm from the Philippines. I'm from Panay Island. I am an Ilonggo, and I got here because I was hired by a local company to work as a HVAC technician. Well, it's an air conditioning, so it's the same. That's why I'm here in this island. The second thing is, how did we meet?
So he doesn't like to publicize this part because we met on a dating app, but it's 2000. Well, it was 2019.
Last year.
So welcome to the modern world. Everybody meets on dating apps now.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a Saturday morning. I was flipping through, looking at my matches, and I had a feature that allowed me to see who had already picked me. So I was looking at that and it said he had already liked my profile, and I was like, I think I like his too. So I swiped on him, and we began to chat in the morning and realized we actually had a mutual friend already that we didn't know. Well,
Yeah.
We didn't realize we had the mutual friend. Someone I went to church with and someone he was working with that we both already knew, and who we later found out had actually planned to fix us up, but we ended up getting together before she made that happen, which is kind of funny. Yeah, and so that's how we met, a dating app, and we just started talking.
That was after the day after Valentine's Day, right?
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days after Valentine's Day. That is the day that we first talked on an online dating site. Welcome to the 21st century. The third thing is, what was your first date?
Our first date was the same day that we started talking, actually. I already had plans to go out with a friend of mine and go dancing, a couple of my friends actually, and
Yeah.
go dancing that night. And so I cleared it with them if it was okay if I asked a boy on our girls' night, and they said, oh, of course. And so I was like, hey, we're gonna go dancing tonight, do you want to come too? And he said, I don't dance well, but sure. And I'm not gonna lie, at first, because like I had other dates with boys who had just not shown up, or who had like canceled at the last minute and just been really lame right around that same time. And so I was like, okay, this guy seems cool, but is he actually gonna show up? And so part of me was like, I'm not nervous because he's probably not coming. And then the other part of me was like, but he seems cool, so maybe he will. And then we were out before we went dancing, and he messaged and said he was on his way, and I was like, oh man, guys, now I'm actually nervous because now I know he's coming. And so we waited outside for him, and we were standing at a table outside, and he walked up and introduced himself to me and my friends, and then we pretty much hung out and talked the whole night while my friends intermittently busted in with crazy, insane things and stories that kept us laughing, and that was the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
Okay, so that day, it's somewhat like a mixed emotion. Excited and nervous. Excited because I'm gonna meet someone, and nervous it's because she will be the first American that I go out with. Is that correct? Yeah, that is why I'm nervous. But when I first met her, I introduced first. How to say that? Like, I say hi to her and her friends. Then we have a lot of fun, like talking outside the. And we ate barbecue.
Yep, we did.
Oh, it's a barbecue and stick. It's a different kind, right? Okay. And that is where it started. Okay, so the fourth on the list is, when did you get engaged?
April Fool's Day, which is why I thought it was all a joke at first, because it was just like a normal night. He came over, my roommate and I were watching TV, and another friend, and we were all just sitting around watching TV, and my roommate went to bed and my friend went back to her apartment, and we're just sitting watching Friends, and he was like, "Do you love me?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And out of his pocket he pulls this little ring box and he's like, "Well, what if I gave you this?" And I was like, okay, one of two things. That's empty, or there's like a plastic toy ring. Like, he's just messing with me because it's April Fool's. And so I was like, what? And I think I kept saying, "That's not real, that's not real." And I couldn't open the box. And so he opened it, and surprise, it was real. And he said a lot of really nice things that I know I do not remember, because I was still in shock that that was real. And then I agreed yes to marry him. And then I went and knocked on my roommate's door, and she said, "That's not real." And nobody believed it because it was April Fool's Day. When I called family and friends, they're like, "No, it's April Fool's Day. Ha ha ha, you're so funny." And I think, sorry Teresa, I'm gonna rat you out, but I think my sister still didn't completely believe me when we hung up the phone from that video call. I think she still was like, well, maybe, but also they could still be joking right now. This like elaborate April Fool's joke. Surprise, it was real, and everyone believed it eventually, but it took a day or two for it to stick.
Actually, the ring was already in my pocket for like a week, because I can't get like the exact time to propose to her. And well, I know that she loves me, but I don't know if what will be her reaction if I propose to her. I don't know if she will say yes. Well, when I proposed to her on the April Fool's Day, well, um, um, I I didn't expect that she will say yes. I thought she will be shocked and like, I don't know if I'm ready
Because-
for that. But
Because we had only been dating for 6 weeks when he
Yeah.
proposed. So he wasn't sure how I would react.
well, actually, it's so crazy because we're just dating for 6 weeks and I proposed to her. That is also the reason why I don't know if she will say yes or no. So that's it. But she said yes, and she said that she's going to marry me. So
Here we are.
yeah. Okay, so the fifth and last thing on our list is, when do we get married?
So we wanted to make it as possible because we have friends who are family here, but all of our family still lives back in our places of origin, so to speak. So we wanted to make it as possible as we could that family and friends from out of town could come. So we put it in December between Christmas and New Year's because everybody is off in that time. And so on December 29th, we got married. Unfortunately, his family was not able, none of his family or friends were able, from off island, were able to come.
Yeah.
My sister and her family and my parents and my one of my great friends from Portugal, they all made it. And so we got married on one of the local beaches and it went so well. Everything just worked well, in large part to our friends who, some of them slept at the beach that night so that everything got set up correctly, and people who woke up early and just made our day really awesome. And my family did a lot of work too ahead of time, helping us run errands and make things and get this ready, and we made like 100 cupcakes one day. Yeah, a lot of people made that day really awesome.
It's a very memorable day because, like, I'm so thankful that, like, our friends help us to put up everything because it's a beach wedding, so expect that there's a lot of things to be put up, like, what you call that, the one that we put in
Arbor.
huh
Arbor.
no, in the beach, like the
Arbor.
okay, so I don't know how
It's called an arbor.
I don't know how to call it.
Arbor.
Okay, so that's it. Oh, so I'm so we're so thankful that our friends help us to put up everything, and we have like an amazing singers that came here all the way from Portugal, and Andrea's family were here. We're all happy. A friend that also sing in our in the wedding.
Who played guitar?
Yeah, the one that played. Yeah,
She came from the States.
yeah, she came from the States, and that's it. We're so happy. So memorable day, and we're so blessed that we found each other. We were best friend. Thank you so much for watching our video episode.
So we want to do an episode with your questions. So If you guys could help us out and put some questions in the comments, or if you happen to be our friends and you want to just send us questions like in DMs or something, that's fine too. But drop your questions to us and we will do an episode of your guys' questions to us where we answer them. And yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe buttons, and you'll get notifications whenever we update with a new video. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.